Hello, welcome back. Okay, so let's talk about how a person can take their idea and implement it immediately to start working. And I'm going to use let's use a 19-year-old kid that works for a landscape company right now. And his name is Jack. And the summer's coming to a close. He's working from 7 o'clock in the morning till 4 o'clock in the afternoon. He wants to start his own company, but he has no idea how. Ultimately, he wants to own a landscape design and installation company. So my suggestion to Jack would be something to this effect. I'd ask Jack, do you own a rake? If his answer is yes, I'd say, okay, go to your neighbors, door to door, knock on the door, and say, my name's Jack. I would like to start a landscape company, and I'm beginning this project by cleaning up lawns in the fall. I would like to clean your lawn of rakes, sticks. I'm sorry, rakes. We're not going to clean up of rakes. We're going to use rakes to clean up. I would like to clean up your lawn of leaves and sticks and all the debris that builds up over the summer and the fall, and I would do that for you at your earliest convenience. Once he finds his very first person that says, yes, I would like you to clean my yard, Jack, but how much are you going to charge me? My advice to Jack would be this. Don't charge anything. Tell the now client, I'm not going to give you a price. Whenever I'm done with my work, you come out to the yard and you look at the yard. And whatever you feel is fair for the work I've done, you can pay me. But I want to ask you a favor. If one of our other neighbors asks for a reference for me, can I have them call you so that you can then tell this other customer what kind of work I do? No one's going to say no to that deal. Everybody's going to say, I get to pick my own price? Of course, I like that idea. Then I would tell Jack, go get your rake. The first day that you get a chance, as soon as you're done with your other job or the first Saturday after you have this client say yes to you, you go to that home and you rake that lawn like no one's ever raked a lawn before. Every single leaf, stick, acorn, whatever you find, get it out of that yard. Once you're done, knock on the door, tell your neighbor, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, I finished up your yard. If you'd like, please come on out and inspect it. Let them walk around the yard. Whenever they're done walking around, say to them, as we agreed, you pay me whatever you feel this was worth. The price is irrelevant. Whether they give you $10 or $200, what you're trying to do is get a client so that you can go to the next house and say, did you see Mr. and Mrs. Smith's yard? I cleaned that. Would you like me to now clean your yard? If you wonder how I do my work, or if you wonder what an honest individual I am, please call Mr. and Mrs. Smith, ask them, and they'd be more than happy to give you a reference of what I do. Then you clean the second person's yard, and you make that same deal with them. I'm not going to give you a price. You pay me what you think I'm worth. Here's the thing. Most people will pay you more for the work you did than what you think you're worth, because you're new at this. This isn't something you've done before. So most of us are so fearful of price and asking people for money that we underbid ourselves. This way, the client gets to pick the price. You now have a built-in reference. And not only that, Mr. and Mrs. Smith are going to get on Facebook. Mr. and Mrs. Smith are going to talk to their neighbors when they're outside and say, you wouldn't believe what this person did for me. They come over and clean my yard and they let me make up the price. Now, this isn't going to be the long-term business model. I'm not telling you to never come up with price schedules. What I'm telling you is, this is how you break into a market. Let people do the selling for you. Mr. and Mrs. Smith are going to sell that service for you. They're going to tell everyone they know what a great job you did. The second customer is going to do the same thing. They're going to tell everybody what a great job you did, and that you let them pick your price. So that is a glimpse of how I would tell one person to start a company. I just wanted to get that out there, let you start thinking about how that might apply to the business idea that you have. And we'll talk more in detail down the road, and I'll mix in different options. But that's how I would talk to Jake and the new landscape company. Talk to you soon.